Today, on Be Something Wonderful, why you aren't manifesting your dream life. I am your host, Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, good morning, and welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Big video for you today. What a great email that I got from one of you. We have never spoken up to this point, but wow, what a powerful realization. I want to share this with you because we get caught up sometimes, and even one of you mentioned that, oh yeah, this person just didn't impress their subconscious. They didn't reprogram the subconscious mind. There was sort of a random comment that the team sent me, knowing that I was going to do a video this morning based on that idea. Remember, you are that great subconscious. There's no separation. I want to talk about this idea today and more. Tom, holy Jesus, I love that. Indeed, holy I am, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. This idea of gratitude, right? I can't say it enough. You're right. I manifested my dream life when I stopped struggling to manifest my dream life. Now, here, I don't think I could say it better. Think of what she's saying here. I manifested my dream life when I stopped manifesting my dream life, when I stopped struggling and trying to manifest it. Struggling and trying is against your nature. It's against your natural essence as I am consciousness, as I am awareness, as all that is, as already having and being everything. Trying and efforting, that's against your very nature as source or as I am. And she pointed to this idea of an earlier video, maybe a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, I don't know now. This idea that one of you said, I'm living my dream life, who also manifested their dream life. And she went in to talk about where she's moving to, the money that she has now, the love in her life, the traveling she's doing, the new sports she's taking up, all of this, right? When she just decided that I am it. I don't have to wait for this. I don't have to try for this. I don't have to struggle for this. Remember, and this is part of her realization, you create a reality and experience of trying, of efforting and struggling, but never living and being it. We get this a lot with specific persons and people that you want in your life and love. You're trying and efforting, but never being and living as that person who's already in that relationship, who's already in that dream life, who's already in that dream job. Right? Your truth, remember, your truth, what you believe about yourself, your self-concept, your image, your idea, your definition of yourself, what we call the subconscious identity. And the only reason why it feels like it's subconscious is because we don't question it anymore. We believe that's who we are. We believe we're these thoughts and feelings and manifested experiences out there. Right? So you never question it. But your truth or your concept or idea and definition of yourself is of becoming. Becoming it but not being it. Right? Becoming it but not living it. Becoming it in the future, a future that never comes. Do you see it? Never being it now. Now's the only time. You can only be it now. This is powerful. So I want to talk about this idea today and more. Remember, we've shown this before. I want to show it again from a different viewpoint or vantage point or perspective because we're in a new now moment together. Together we're casting our net one more time. One mind, one power, one reality, one consciousness, one awareness, one I am, the great I am. Then you have your beliefs, assumptions, definitions of yourself and the world, but I even cross that out, in your world, because there is no the world. There's only your world. There are infinite worlds or universes or what you consider your life experience. So it's your world. In other words, your truth of being. That's the law of being. That's the great law. I am something. I am that. And it appears sub or below your consciousness or awareness, but it's not hiding. It's not out of reach. The only reason it feels like it's sub or below your awareness is because you don't question that identity anymore. You say, that's who I am, and I need to manifest things within that identity so I can become someone different. That's why you don't become someone different. You don't experience something different until you are someone different. Right? Remember, there's no objective mind or reality out there. The subject equals the object. There's only one mind, and it's experiencing itself as reality. There's only one great subjective mind, the great I am. One subconscious, if you want to call it, that. And then but think of this, and it's subject to your conscious commands. I am. That's what subjective mind means. It means it's subject to you, your commands as the center. And that determines everything, and that's based on who you believe and define and assume you are. The idea of the conscious objective mind versus the subconscious subjective mind is a story. It's a concession to the unreal idea of separation, limitation, duality. So many out there, thousands of channels, talking about you have to impress your subconscious mind. You've got to reprogram that subconscious. That's why you're not living your life. And there's some truth to that. But they're just repeating what they read, what someone told them, without really looking at this, that there's only one mind. There's different experiences. There's infinite experiences within that one mind that we call subconscious. But subconscious or below awareness only means we're not questioning it anymore. It's an experience that we don't question. It's an experience of ourselves as some identity, hear this, some identity, some version of reality that we believe that's who we are, so we don't question anymore. But you're different in every moment. There's no separation here. So this idea is just a story or concession to the idea of separation, limitation, and duality, creating an objective mind that's somehow less powerful or less than the subjective mind. But it's one mind. That you have a conscious experience that feels less powerful, but that's only because it's a certain perspective or vantage point, a viewpoint of all that you are. It's not any less powerful. It's the same power. Wow. Take a picture of that. Okay, did you guys? Do a click. All right. And so remember, that's where the made-up idea and story that your subconscious mind is more powerful, even infinitely more powerful than the conscious mind. Well, there's truth to that, but not for the reasons you think. Not because there's some conscious objective mind. There's only one mind. Subject equals object. So the idea of more or less powerful is an idea of duality. It's an idea of separation. It's an idea of limitation. There would only be truth to that if there were two minds or three minds, as we talk about the superconscious, the subconscious, and the conscious mind. But there's not. There's one mind. What's the difference then? There's simply different experiences, different viewpoints, different vantage points and perspectives of that one mind. You as source having different vantage points or perspectives. There's no separation whatsoever. It's only true as a concession to the idea of separation, limitation, and duality. That's why everyone talks about that. Subject equals object. There's no separation. So now we can reconcile the great paradox of the ancients, the great paradox that was talked about in Scripture, in the modern day Bible. I and the Father are one. I am and the Father are one. There's no separation, right? And the Father is greater than I am. Yes, greater than my current perspective or viewpoint, or what I'm experiencing as a conscious, objective reality that appears out there. But they're one, they're separate, there's no separation. That's the great paradox. The great I am is greater than my conscious, objective, physical experience. There's no physical mind. It's an experience of the one mind. There's no finite mind. It's an experience of the one mind. It's a finite perspective or viewpoint or vantage point, but it's not limited in any way. It has a limited experience, but it's unlimited. You get to determine it. It's a limited experience of your unlimitedness. Right? The great I am is greater than any conscious, objective, physical experience. Because why is it greater? Because it doesn't see itself as separate, as a separate personality. It doesn't see itself as a separate power. It sees itself as all power. That's why the subconscious mind is talked about as infinitely more powerful. But you consciously direct it. You're the operant power because you're one with it. I hope we're getting this today. There's so much I want to say on this. So you just repeat what you heard. I heard it, one of the team members said something where one of you said, oh no, she didn't impress her. That's the only reason is because she didn't impress her subconscious mind. Still caught into that limited perspective, right? You just repeat what you heard or what you read or what someone told you. The conscious mind is more powerful. You have to reprogram it. You're not living your dream life because you feel to impress it, blah, blah, blah. I get it. Many spiritual greats talked about that, but only as a concession to the one great mind. It's only a concession. That's an idea of duality. That's an idea of separation. That's an idea of limitation, more or less. So remember, it's not that the subconscious mind, hear this, like you never have before. It's not that the subconscious mind is more powerful or the conscious mind is less powerful. The subconscious mind or the one mind is all power. The consciousness, awareness, it's one power, it's one mind, it's the great I am. It's all potential. It's all possibilities. It's all knowing. It's all that is. It's not separate. There's no limitation. There's no notness. It's just I am. That's what gives it its awesome power because it's all power. There's no such thing as not possible or not reality. It's all of reality. It just is. You, the physically focused conscious you, are the seat and center of all that is, of that one mind, all power. And the less objectively you see yourself in the world and others, the more power you experience. Wow. I don't think we've said it that way before. Maybe we have. Do you see it? Do you see it? We keep putting an objective reality out there and comparing and contrasting and more and less and good and bad and all of that. You are that one power. This is just so big today. The great subconscious is all power, all truth, all reality. There is no other. I am the law, there is no other. I am the Lord, there is no other. I am God, there is no other. That's what that meant. That's what the ancients meant. It therefore, hear this, it therefore accepts, reflects, projects, becomes, and is whatever you command. I am, because there's no separation. It rejects nothing. Everything is impressed because there's nothing else to impress. Everything's reality. It is everything. You never feel to impress it. That's just a story you heard. And so you're just repeating it. I get it. Why not repeat it? But now you know, right? Its will or truth of this beingness, of this one mind, of this divine essence, of this God that we are, is that you are and have everything. That's what A Course in Miracles said. God's will is that you are and have everything. And God guaranteed its will, guaranteed this by making you everything. Making you all that is. At the same time, hear this, at the same time, your will or truth, your conscious perspective or viewpoint or vantage point is its will or truth, is God's will or truth. Because God gives you the free will as I am awareness to choose. Who and what you are aware and conscious of being and having, your objective experience It is God's will. But remember that meaning God will for you what you will for you. But your will is not necessarily God's will. Because God's will is that you are everything. And sometimes we don't will that we have everything. We create this idea of separation and limitation. That's why Jesus said in Luke 22:42, your I am awareness, the ancient said, not my will. Not necessarily who and what I'm conscious of being and having. Not necessarily my objective experience, but yours be done. Because if yours is done, then everything everything I want and desire, everything that I've ever intended in my life is mine. Wow. Powerful today. The more aware and conscious you are as the creator, as all that is, as already being and having everything you want to be and have, the more your will matches its will. Hear it again. The more aware and conscious you are as the creator, as all that is, as already being and having everything you want to be and have, the more your will matches its will. Because its will is that you are everything, that you do have everything. It's done. That's powerful. The greater your awareness of who you really are as the creator, not a creator, the creator, the greater your experience of and as all that is. Right? Otherwise, you're here. This is all that is. This is the great I am. This is what we call our subconscious mind. That identity or truth of who we believe we are, a concept, a self-image, within that one mind. But then we put ourselves out here, trying to reprogram it, trying to impress it, trying to do processes and affirmations and subliminals, somehow trying to coerce or influence this subconscious mind that feels separate from us, asking how and why and when and where. That's what creates that experience of separation, of trying and struggle. That's why you don't live your dream life. You are it. You're already here, but you create that experience. That's why the ancients said, with man, this is impossible. It's impossible when you believe you're out here asking how, why, when, where, right? Trying to impress and struggling to program and do processes and affirmations and subliminals, keeping you apart from it. Like this one that created her dream life. She did all of that. Now she does it and knows that she's the center. But with God, all things are possible. Do you see? As your subconscious awareness, you just become more aware of all that you are. It's never ending. There's no limits. I am the creator. I command reality. I announce reality. I am reality. Who? You. Who? You. Yes, you. You're it. Why aren't you manifesting your dream life? That's why. So go out and live it. I am your host, Tom Kearin. Just playing, guys. I'm just in a playful mood today. I am your host, Tom Kearin. This is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on our videos. Thank you for being part of our new channel, the Tom Kearin channel. Some of you have asked the question, what's the difference? But I don't think you're watching the channels then, because if you watch each channel, you know the difference. One has this, the other one doesn't. That's the difference. The difference is we just take it in a different format, a different perspective, leveling up with all of it. So instead of asking why or what or when or what, all of that, just who am I? Just stop. We just want to point out, like, what's the difference? What's going on? Why is there another channel? Who cares? Love doesn't need a why. That's all. Just enjoy both channels or don't. It's up to you. I'm going to be here for you anyway because I love you guys. So be sure to join our Facebook group, the Be Something Wonderful Ambassadors, at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful. For joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin. Our membership channel, where we have a big membership event, a live event coming this month, January 26, 2025. A lot of questions have come in at info@besomethingwonderful.com. I'm going to answer your questions live on the chat. So be sure to ask them again if I haven't answered them yet, live on the chat. Some of you are creative where you highlight it and make them bigger. Do that, because I'm here for it, right? And we're going to also have a video coming that's on Everybody Is You Pushed Out, really the idea of that on the membership channel. So stay tuned for all of this. With great love, with great light and infinite gratitude. This is Tom Kearin here in the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Until next time, we'll see you soon.